what's up, y'all? It's D about to react to this video about Omizi. It's titled Keith Lee ruined his restaurant in 24 hours. Damn. This is that tender man. I've seen him pop up on TikTok. He be talking about how tender his meat is or whatever. Pause. Whatever. And, the restaurant got like super popular, went viral. But I saw a couple TikToks of people saying that it wasn't even hitting like that when they went. So there's that. But anyway, I guess Keith Lee went there as well. And he also said the food was trash. So let's watch.
When I tell you I've never seen a fall from grace like this, it's actually quite amazing. But hey, that's the power of social media. Y'all know that old black man that sits at the barbecue restaurants and shakes his meat until it falls apart?
I'm telling y'all about tendernism. But let me see. Do that look like a plan?
Tendernism. Tendernism.
Oh,
Alright.
shake it like a sucker.
What the fuck? Well, it turns out Mr. Tenderism, it may not be so tender to his customers. In fact, it might just be a statement from Django. Listen, man, if you're new to this and you want to be true to this, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. It goes a long way for the channel. Now, back to the video. We haven't seen him on the scene for a long time, but remember when Keith Lee used to go to these establishments around the time of 21 and 22? He used to really shake the table. So when Mr. Tenderism's videos started to go viral on the internet and different celebrities and, social media figures started to pop up, our good buddy, the good food reviewer Keith Lee, had to go visit the restaurant. But this would expose the tricks of the trade to the tenderism game.
Me and my family are currently in Marietta, California, and this, in my opinion, is the most anticipated video I've ever done. In my hand is food from Destination Smokehouse, with the tenderism. My whole mission today to see, in my opinion, is the food actually tenderism, or do I just love watching Let's put it all together.
I got it. Let's try it. Ready with the tea.
My family said it was very good. We're gonna start with what I came here for. Dippy free. I didn't touch it. I didn't do nothing. This how I came. To me, it looked like it's sliced. It looked like they slid it straight down the back. So when I pick it up,
Sorry. Yeah.
Oh,
I was thinking that too when I was watching these clips, and from a TikTok I saw, I'm like, did it really fall off the bone like that, or because a lot of the time it seemed like it just came off too easy instead of just like naturally sliding and gliding off. It seemed like it was just already cut to fall off like that.
Well, it ain't a bone here. I'm just seeing it fall apart. It do not. This thing ain't going nowhere.
So we relaxed the whole time.
Granted, I don't need that. It's just all about what the food tastes like. Is it good or not? That's all I care about personally. I mean, I don't say that you do want it to be tender and like juicy and all of that to a certain degree, but I care way more about how it tastes.
The meat ain't really tender. He's cutting the meat. I never felt this lied to about a online personality and the products that they have since the strawberry mint growth oil guy. The guy that told us to brush 15 strokes an angle, do not miss an angle, and then ultimately to come to find out he was doing nothing but going to Turkey to get his hairline filled in. Older black men keep deceiving me. On a serious note, that's not what's important at all. Overall, Keith Lee gave a favorable review. Said that this was a worthwhile place. The food was good.
For me, the standout was absolutely oxtail. But past oxtail, the standout was not only in my opinion is it extremely hard to get people engaged like that, to show your true personality, to be yourself, no matter how fast things take off in the space. I don't think he intended for it to go the way it's going.
Now, although his meat wasn't as loose as advertised, Keith Lee did what he normally does in these situations where he does find a good restaurant that he's about to honestly boost into another stratosphere. He goes in and he tips the people very generously. But upon going in and attempting to tip Mr. Tenderism, aka Uncle Steven, a good amount of money, this is where the curtain starts to fall down on the whole tenderism empire.
I'm personally taking $5,000 out of my phone bank, and we go in and say, happy holidays. So, update. We cannot get to security said it was over with for the day. They said he was filming something. I believe he was filming a podcast. We had $5,000 in cash, or $4,000 in cash that we was going to give him a hand. They didn't take it, so we're not only going to take this money and feed some people, but we just going to do what we feel like we're supposed to do in the community. But as always, after this, I pray and hope that they continue to reach their target audience.
Now, Keith Lee as always, and this could all be swept under the rug as a total misunderstanding. But when we see the response from the restaurant, it has everybody asking
what is he? Is this black man just in the back slaving away and cooking all the meat? And that's why he wanted to tip him? Because I know that he has like tipped people in the past or businesses in the past that were much smaller, but this is a really popping business and they working with influencers, as you can see, a whole bunch of different people. So I wouldn't think that he would want to tip them, but I mean, tip what you want, obviously. But yeah, just all of the times I've ever seen him tip and be generous like that, it's been like, oh, this is a mom and pop type small business, whatever.
One question and one question only.
Some circumstances that happened after the fact with other people that he talked to that opened our eyes up to why he probably felt the way that he did. Even the way that he approached it, he didn't ask for anybody else. There's a lot of people visible on social.
Is this the fucking owner, bro? And he's the one cooking the meat? So maybe that's why he wanted to tip him, because he doing all the work, cooking the meat and making the place go viral for the people. They like him. Not this, whoever this white man is. Who is this in the back? This.
Yeah, to offer a tip.
Wait, who is that white man? That's right, Mr. Tendernism, the old man that shakes his meat on the internet, falls off the bone, and throws his glasses, is actually not the owner of the smokehouse. It's the white guy sitting next to him, giving the explanation as to what's going on in the restaurant, the day-to-day, what happened in the whole Keith Lee situation. And as you can see, Mr. Tenderism in this video looks like a droopy dog. And not only are people upset that Mr. Tenderism isn't the actual owner, I mean, it would be like finding out that the tooth fairy isn't real. It's painful, but it's something that we can, rise above. What actually is pissing them off is the explanation from the owner about Mr. Tenderism's involvement. Trust me, it gets really, really strange from here on out.
Some circumstances that happened after the fact with other people that he talked to that opened our eyes up to why he probably felt the way that he did. Even the way that he approached it, he didn't ask for anybody else. There's a lot of people visible on social media. To offer a tip to a business owner was crazy. That was the other thing too, is like he really thinks Walt is like this helpless guy who needs his help. How are you going to tip a business owner?
I think I want to get this too.
See, and look, you should have tipped him then, because he's saying like, bitch, we don't need your money. We don't need your sympathy. We are co-owners, okay? That's my partner. That's what he's saying. Let me see. let me see what y'all paperwork look like.
He simply said his name to ask me a couple of questions. To ask him a couple of questions, I meant to say.
Because I don't know, I just side-eye when people are in business with either people who are much younger than them or much older, because that is an easy way to take advantage of them. I don't say just in business, I mean like partners. I'll be more specific. This is your partner and you like working out money and whatnot with them. It's like, and obviously this is not every case, but I have seen many cases in my real life, more than anything actually, with, family members and, friends and stuff, where they will be in business with someone, and because they were not, aware of how the business worked, they got taken advantage of, whether, like I said, it's because they were too old or too young, and obviously age doesn't always mean anything, but it can make people a bit more vulnerable is all I'm saying. Anyway, so yeah, it just makes me wonder what's going on here.
That's how he presented it. He didn't say, hey, I want to give you all this, and in the meantime, can I talk to Nick or whatever? He literally asked for him only and say you want to give him that amount of money.
Right now, what's your bill? Or someone that's visible, Walter French, anybody else, it would have felt like it was coming from a place that we...
Because, look at his demeanor. Like, I don't know, he seems a little out of it. Like, oh, okay, they're handling all the business. I don't know, I'm just here. Like, I don't know what's going on. Like, and, that is kind of the case sometimes with, like, really old people. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on here, but it does feel a little weird.
But
are we serious?
Do we have this following? Yeah, you have to cut short? Sorry, brother.
Hey, look here. I would like you to some kind of way get in touch with him if possibility.
What are you talking now?
Tell him when he come back.
What Keith Lee does with his money is his own concern. And this is precisely the reason why Keith Lee goes about his interviews and his food reviews the way that he does. Is because once people find out who he is, what he's trying to do, and all this other stuff, they take advantage of him. We covered it on this channel when he did his Atlanta food review. And we've also talked about it in his DC food review. And pretty much every food review that Keith Lee has done. I really think that's why he's taken a more step back, public-facing hiatus from doing these types of things. Is because the ability to just be taken advantage of for the things that Keith Lee can do for a restaurant skyrocketed once his reviews became popular. I also find it nasty that this owner now is trying to minimize and speak for Mr. Tenderism. He wanted to give the tip to the old man because the old man is the front-facing image of the platform and who we thought was the owner of the restaurant. Whether he pocketed or distributed it shouldn't really matter. None of the excuses that he gave matter. And now what's interesting about this whole situation is because based off of the fame, based off of the notoriety that the restaurant is getting, and based off of the fact that he understands, the owner that is, that Mr. Tenderism is going around as the brand on the internet for this restaurant, he's decided to now place himself in every single one of the future videos going forward.
People thought the worst part was that Unc wasn't the restaurant owner. It wasn't. The real outrage is that the term tendernism was trademarked by the restaurant owner. What we are witnessing is an old black man being used as a mascot for another man, white man's restaurant. And let's be honest.
Like Aunt Jemima and other brands where they have exploited black people. Like, oh, let's use this black face, but everybody behind the scenes are white and they are profiting and making all the money, but we got the black people as the mascots, if you will. So yeah, this does feel nasty. I don't like it.
After seeing all those viral videos of the meat falling off the bone, anybody would want to try it. It was Tendernism that made this restaurant explode online. People come to see him. Keith Lee came to see him. The viral fame, the business, the buzz that came from Unc, not the owner. But when Keith tried to leave a $4,000 tip, security stopped him, saying Unc was too busy. What made people even angrier was the owner's response afterward.
If I would have known he was here, I would have probably asked Edie to stop for a few seconds so we could go over there. That's what I would have done.
The way the owner speaks and Unc's energy just makes the whole thing feel uncomfortable. And ever since then, the owner has been showing up in every Tendernism.
And I don't know, I don't trust his face, all right? I talk about this on this channel, but there are certain people where I don't really like their face, and I'm just like, what's really going on? It doesn't mean I know, obviously. I don't know, I'm not all-knowing. But sometimes I see people's face, and I'm like, what's going on with you? I don't like his face.
Now, the restaurant is getting canceled, with people saying the owner mistreated Unc.
Now, instead of trotting out that knock-knee Negro, you are bringing yourself onto the scene and onto the stage.
Not even just his face, also, more importantly, is how he's carrying himself and how he responded to that situation. And yeah, I mean, it is Keith Lee's right, whoever he wants to give money to it, but his response kind of came across as like, oh, why he getting the money? Like, it's like, would you have turned it down and felt offended if he offered you the money? Would you have told him, oh, why you offering a business owner money? Like, I don't know if you would have done that. Maybe he would have, I don't know. But I don't know, just the way he responded to that was just a little off.
Because you see what type of fame
and it's annoying because it's like, oh, now you want to step forward and be all in the camera and shit when the black old man is the one who had your restaurant go super viral. Now you're trying to step into the light. No, niggas don't want you, don't like you. Step back.
Notoriety he's getting. Now, I can't judge their personal relationship, but I can't know what's going on. But it's kind of nasty that the owner of the restaurant trademarked the phrase and saying that this older black gentleman made up. And it's also strange that they go from no commercials with this white guy to now all of the commercials, all the social media posts, all the blog posting are with this guy. Effectively taking out the authentic feel of what's going on. For a lot of people, Mr. Tendernism reminded them of their uncle at the barbecue, you know, their grandfather at the fish fry. That one guy that's on the side of the road of the combination BP vape shop, barber shop that has the grill out front that, you know, does his own little shake meat interpretation. And even if you look at the past videos and stuff like that, this looks like an authentic situation going on built off of the back of, you know, the old man in this situation, Unc.
Man, look here, we gotta do something, man. Let's do some barbecue. Yeah, all right, dear, man, we're gonna try. I said, go to Home Depot and get one of them little grill. We don't need the kitchen, we just need the little grill. And that's how it began.
And we did 10 slabs of ribs. He cooked them his way, direct heat. He did, I don't know how many pounds, but a lot of half chickens. And we sold out of both. In about like a 4-hour window. And to us, that was a lot. We were really like happy. Good shot. Good shot.
But as we look more into it, it was his idea to go ahead and barbecue, his cooking methods, most likely his labor as well. So what did you really bring? Probably the financials, but why do you feel like you have to be so front-facing now? Now the internet is worried about this seemingly narcissistic owner and how he is dealing with Mr. Tendernism because they feel like he's being exploited.
I had a wonderful woman come up to me today, and she stopped me. I was at the soda machine, and she's like, how does it feel to change the world?
Ain't nobody come here to see you, Otis. Ain't nobody say that to you. How does it feel to be changing the world? You're making barbecue, bro. Come on, stop it. Now all of a sudden, when the black community don't want to support Destination Smokehouse, now you're making a video pretty much saying like, hey, I ain't racist, guys. Nobody said you're racist. We said you're capitalizing off of black business when it is not black owned, and we see the jig that is going on, and the jig is up. And then you got Tendernism sitting in the back of your video like a fucking prop, and it's given to Django.
Look, man, Mr. Tendernism can't be saved, y'all. That man brought Mr. Tendernism. And I'm from Alabama. I'm so used to seeing older black men be that way towards their bosses and they mouth.
I was thinking that too. Listen, it's given, I mean, I don't want to... I don't want to say he's like Uncle Ruckus or anything, but there are some like old black people like around his age who are coons, okay, heavy coons. So it seems like he's kind of in support of it, or maybe he's just so old and he's a little out of it. But I don't know. When he was talking, he seemed like he knew what was going on to me. So who knows? But yeah, it's like, I don't know what's going on with them. It does look a little strange, but I can't really make a proper judgment because I don't know their relationship. I don't know, you know, how much money he's getting. I don't know what their partnership deal is, what their split is. I have no knowledge of any of this. None of us do. So you can't really... We can say how it looks on the outside. Yes, from the outside looking in, this white man does look he's moving a little funny. And I don't like how he handled the Keith Lee situation. I don't like his response. But as far as what's really going on, like their business dealings, we don't know.
Y'all wonder why I'm so aggressive? Let me tell you why. That's what I saw growing up. That's why I don't look up to no older black men. I can't tell you, not one I'm looking up to, because that's how I saw them act back in the day. That's how, come on, man. Come on, man. Mr. Tendernism, you done been bought.
Why are we seeing the owner of Destination Smokehouse Destination, the guy who owns the restaurant, aka Mr. Tendernism. Why are we seeing him in videos now? Why are we still hearing from him? Why is he doing Mr. Tendernism shtick? It's fake. It's appropriation. It's vulturing. It's copying. We've seen this happen far too many times.
70 miles.
I'm not even talking to him anymore because apparently he loves being in that position where his talent and all that just being used and abused and taken advantage of.
2 hours.
So the owner was in the comments like, Walt is an employee. He's a trusted employee. Like, he was a house nigga. Like, he's a trusted employee. He's a loved employee. We value him, but he's still an employee.
It's saying 2 hours right now because it's traffic. I mean, when is it not fucking traffic? All right, Jesus. Looking out my window right now, people everywhere. But probably with no traffic, maybe it would be like an hour and a half-ish.
About being a partner. Nothing about no 50-50. But as a matter of fact, I don't know if the video is still there, but the owner had asked Walt, did he want to be an owner? Did he want his own restaurant? And Walt kept saying no, that this was good enough for him, helping his brother. All in the videos like Suge Knight.
Oh, so it is clear. I watched a Quentin Tarantino movie about this same type of topic. It featured a man named Django. Leonardo DiCaprio was Mr. Candy, and there was one black guy, Samuel Jackson. His name was Steven. The reason why this bothers me is because post George Floyd, well, really in that whole era, there was an uptick of black business support. There was an uptick in a lot of other business supports. People praising their intersectionalities and their identities, and boosting that to the forefront as a way to advertise their business. But I'm speaking about black businesses at this point. As a black person, we know how this goes. Hell, as a consumer of food, we know how this goes. I like any restaurant, but if I hear that it's black owned and I hear that black people are making the food, I'm more inclined to go there. Especially when it's something that psychologically I link to a certain type of person. I want to go into the Mexican food place and see Mexicans making the food. If I go to the Chinese place, I want to see Chinese people making the food. It just kind of lines up like that. If I go to the Italian restaurant and see anybody else besides an Italian back there in the kitchen, it's gonna make me a little weird. Not that I won't eat the food, but it's gonna make me weird. Nonetheless, propping yourself up as a black-owned and black-run business via your marketing campaign is actually nasty when you know for a fact that this man doesn't even own 1%. He actually gets paid 1%. Mind you, as we heard in the video earlier, this is...
He just said, okay, because I forgot that she just said in that clip that... I mean, I don't know why the clip wasn't played, but she's claiming that the old man said basically he's okay with not having any ownership in the business. But everything I said was prior to that clip, obviously. Because I'm like, we don't know the business dealings. But yeah, if he has no ownership and he's not getting anything, like, I'm sure he's paying him for, maybe hourly, I don't know. But if he doesn't have any real ownership and isn't getting a big chunk out of all of the success that he's responsible for bringing in, that's fucked up.
This man's barbecue. It's his seasonings, it's his cooking methods, it's all of that. There shouldn't have been any conversation about, do you want to be a partner, do you want to be an owner? That should have just been a part of the beginning stages, full stop. So I actually am going to have to agree with this social zeitgeist and say, like, no, you are taking advantage of him. And this actually is a disgusting look. And because you built your name off of social media fame, it's only going to fall apart as people get there. I'm glad that Keith Lee saved a lot of people's time by actively going and reviewing this food, but more importantly, exposing the fact that this isn't who they say they are. Truly, I get the concept of having some sort of marketing gimmick or shtick in order to push your product. It's hard to get out there in the real world. But at the end of the day, I think it should have been made clear from the beginning that Unc was more of a mascot as opposed to an owner. That this was a regular business and not something propped up to be black owned. That you cut your damn meat as opposed to it actually falling off the bone. That's what really hurts the most. Y'all actually cut y'all shit. Y'all need to... Oh my God.
I cannot with him. But yeah, that is very deceptive. I would not support his business at all if I were these people who live near him, because like I said, I would never go all the way out there. But yeah, this is trifling as hell. And Keith Lee definitely, exposed them. And it's crazy because had Keith Lee not gone and posted his video and then they responded, we wouldn't even know all of this. They probably would have just kept posting and acting like the black man was the owner the whole time he wasn't, So very, very nasty business. Y'all let me know what y'all think, though, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.